Okay, it's time to pull all the masking off and get the place cleaned up a little bit. It looks really good. I'm excited. I want to open the garage door. After a day of masking and a day of painting, the shop is finally ready to be put back together. This is a pretty major milestone in the process, and I couldn't be more happy. But the shop is a long way from being finished, and there's still a tremendous amount of work to do.
Thank you to Birch Gold for sponsoring today's video.
So Congress just raised the debt ceiling again, I think for the 79th time, and I'm sure that will be followed by more reckless spending. So as our national debt continues to skyrocket, how are you best protecting your savings?
Times like these are a great reminder to diversify a portion of your savings into gold. You can do that with the help of Birch Gold.
And here's the easiest way to do it. Birch Gold can help you take an existing IRA or 401k and convert it into an IRA in gold.
And you don't pay a penny out of pocket.
So all across the world right now, major governments as well as banks are all diversifying into gold.
Visit birchgold.com/redpoppyranch to get your free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just information.
With an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau as well as thousands of happy customers, Birch Gold can help you protect your savings too.
So visit birchgold.com/redpoppyranch.
Do it. Take action today. Now that the shop has been painted, it's time to build some shelves, but not just any old shelves. The plan is to build some pretty seriously heavy-duty shelves that will handle the weight of the black and yellow totes, as well as many other things that we will put on these shelves. Okay, it is time to start building the shelves for the black and yellow boxes. After talking with my wife and my wife's parents who are here at the moment, I think we've got it hammered out. This over here is going to be kind of the first experimental shelf just to see how this works. And if it works the way I think it is, I'm going to build the same thing over here, and this is going to be her side and this is going to be my side, I think. I considered using a number of different materials for the shelves, even angle iron, but I came down to just 2x6s, mainly because it's fast and easy, and I can paint it to match the rest of the shop. But I don't want it to look like 2x6s and plywood if I can help it. So when the shelves are finished, I'm going to try and dress them up, and hopefully they'll look pretty cool when it's all done. As usual, I'm flying by the seat of my pants a bit here, but specifically on this side, I want to maximize every square inch for these black and yellow totes, so I'm pulling measurements as I'm going along here. So I'm trying to keep the shelf the same height as the window. I left it a 1/2 inch down so the 1/2 inch plywood would line up with the bottom of the window shelf, but it's so tight that you can't get the top box out of there really without pulling all 4 of them out. And so raise it up a 1/2 inch. Let's see what that does. I'm building these shelves to be able to handle thousands of pounds. Not tens of thousands of pounds, but maybe a few thousand pounds. So structurally, it needs to be pretty strong.
Run, 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 run! Good job! Go, 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 go! Go third! Go third! Stay, you're good. Stay, stay.
Side, side. Go, go. He says I'm not staying.
There's nothing better than watching your boy run through third base and get an infield home run when the weather outside is absolutely perfect. And in these moments, I find myself simply grateful to be alive. But I also can't wait to get back home and get these shelves figured out. At this stage in the project, my brain is doing more laps than my feet. So it's always fun to take it from the brain to real life. I'm trying to build the shelving so the weight is constantly being transferred straight down to the foundation. I'm probably overbuilding this a little bit, but I'm not interested in revisiting this ever. As much as my lovely wife and I don't want to pretend that over the last 25 years that we've been together, that we haven't accumulated way too much stuff, we most certainly have, but at the same time, this is our lives and our kids' lives. And some of this stuff we will never get rid of. So it is in my best interest to figure out how we can organize this in a way where we actually know what we have in these boxes. I've been thinking about how I'm going to build these shelves for probably 3 years, and I can tell you that it's turning out as good, if not better, than I anticipated. So now on the left side of the shop, I'm going to start with my stuff and best figure out how to incorporate my tools with Cedar's black and yellow boxes and do this in a way where we still know exactly where everything is. We are in the process of going through many of the parts and pieces that I've packed around for years and trying to decide just in fact what we really need to keep as opposed to what I want to keep. After building the shelving over on Cedar's side, I can see some minor changes I want to make to this side that will spread the braces out a little bit but still keep it plenty strong. But it's a work in progress as it comes out of my head, and I can see where I'm going to have to make some changes to make this work. But it always helps to get it up on the wall where I can see it before making these changes. This will make a better workbench than shelving. As I was building this, it dawned on me that would be an absolute perfect place to build me a little workbench and still have storage up around it. So I had to stop and rethink this a little bit. I'm going to lower that down, put a plywood top on it for now, and then I think at some point down the road I'm going to revisit the workbench area and really fix it up. That'll be a cool little spot to be able to sharpen chains, work on anything small like that. I built the width of the shelves to fit the bottom of the totes, somewhere around 27 inches. And once I got the system figured out, it was basically Legos or Lincoln Logs for grown-ups. But it still took some consideration to keep it as strong as I wanted it to be. But the idea is the least used and the lightest stuff will go on top. I'm going to make some changes before I get too much further here because I want to strengthen that up a little bit. If I do this right, I can probably get away with less bracing than on Cedar's side. I don't know that I intend on having as much heavy stuff that high, so it probably doesn't matter, but to me it doesn't look good to see a nice cut in that 2x6 that is supposed to be structural. So I'm going to take this apart and see if I can't rebuild this in a way where it's a lot stronger. Rather than going back and scabbing something over the top, I'm having to make adjustments to keep the cuts in the 2x6s over the top of the supports. Because I only have 12-foot 2x6s, I'm having to think on the fly. But the end result is it will be much stronger than I initially thought that it would. Again, transferring all of the weight straight down to the concrete foundation. Every once in a while, one of the hummingbirds that hang out all summer long up here with us gets stuck in my shop. And the fastest way that I found to get them out is to turn off all the lights and open one door. So we had one day that spent probably most of the day in here before I realized that it was in here, and it almost died. So I'd like to get this bird out pretty quick. We have got to have somewhere north of 3 dozen hummingbirds hanging around our house right now. I wasn't going to connect those two together because, I don't know. I guess I was worried about putting some braces underneath it or something, but my father-in-law just came out here and strongly recommended that I tie these two, at least with those upper two shelves. It's more storage, and then I think on this corner over here, I'm going to build a little leg shelf with all three of them where I can keep my welding stuff. I can have my welders on carts right here. But this is taking too long. I needed to get this buttoned up and get it painted so we can start putting the shop back together. But I'm excited. I can see where stuff's going to go, and I can see that we're going to have more storage than we need. There's definitely some sort of holy union that's happening here as I combine my stuff with Cedar stuff. But as my father-in-law pointed out, it was wasted space. I might as well connect those top two shelves and make them usable. The worry is now that we have this much shelving, we're going to fill it up without question. I purchased about 27 12-foot 2x6s and about the same amount of 8-foot 2x6s, then 12 sheets of plywood and some screws. If I recall correctly, it was somewhere around $1,500. And to have this much shelving that is this heavy duty, that will last as long as I need this to, for that price, is a very, very good deal. Once I trim it out and paint it, it's going to look great. I want to build some little shelves for my welding stuff right here in this corner, and this is a perfect spot for it. That's a nice spiral, Cal.
It's the gloves.
It's the gloves.
Oh yeah.
We wanted to say thank you for taking time to watch our videos. On our next week's video, it's going to be the conclusion of the shop shelves and all of our stuff getting organized on these shelves. I'm still going to fill all the nail holes and paint it and see if I can't make it look good inside the shop here, and then we're going to categorically organize all of our stuff and get rid of everything we possibly can along the way. And then somewhere in the middle of that, I've still got to get the bobtail propane tank pressure tested. I still need to get both the bedrooms in the shop completely buttoned up and the plumbing in the bathroom finished as well. But as soon as I can get outside and start working on some of the outside projects I have planned this summer, I'm going to do it because I've been in this shop for too long. Well, this is going to have to be a two-part video because I really want to take my time and try and caulk all the holes and paint it and really finish this off right. I couldn't be happier with how it turned out. Just taking some 2x4s and ripping them down to a couple of inches and putting some little trim pieces on there, it really makes it look less like 2x4s or 2x6s. So next week's video, I'm going to finish this up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get everything organized and then do a final video on the shelves. So at this point, I'm going to guess I have somewhere in the neighborhood of about $1,500 tied up in the shelves. And that's really not that much money compared to pallet shelving or industrial shelving. I would probably have $7,000 or $8,000 in industrial shelving, and I just don't need that kind of weight. This will hold anything I ever put on it.